Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to CREDA. Create every day in April. Today is April 27th. I hope that you all are happy and doing great. I am okay. I have back pain really badly. But I've been doing stretching, taking medicine and rubbing ointment on there and just trying to get through it. I had heat pack on it yesterday, just trying to work through it. So I didn't finish the project from yesterday. 100% transparency and disclosure. I couldn't sit for a while. I had to like walk out the pain. But we will get back I will share with you the completed project whenever it is totally complete. Today we're going to be doing some fun decoupaging, and I've already started. I started without you guys twice now. And the first time we were doing good, but something happened. The second time I forgot to get an intro. So here we are again, working it out. So what you're going to need is a brush, whatever your favorite Mod Podge and brush is, some Mod Podge of whatever your flavor is, something to Mod Podge. Today we're taking these cute little boxes from the Dollar Tree that comes 3 in a pack, and we're taking these napkins from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to be Mod Podging those. So we're going to do these two together. I think we have enough time to do these two little tiny ones together, and the big ones I have to do off camera. So if you've ever Mod Podged before, let me know in the comment section what's your favorite thing. Like, what's your favorite thing to Mod Podge? I had got it in my head that I was going to do some altered glasses. So I had watched a few people here do some amazing work. I'm just cutting this down to fit the size. And I chickened out. It's a few things that I have to admit that I have chickened out from doing. Not because I was intimidated by other people doing it, but in my head. I just got in my head and was like, you can't do it. So I had my own Debbie Downer telling me that I couldn't do it in my head. So I bought the bottles, saved bottles from different events, and never did it. So I ended up throwing some of the bottles in the trash. I was like, I got some mason jars. If I really want to try it, I'll try it on a mason jar. So this is 2-ply. And the problem with 2-ply, sometimes it comes apart real easy, and then sometimes it doesn't. This is a messy project, so if you don't like messes, make sure you have a napkin or a paper towel or a damp cloth or something close by. It's several ways that you can take these off. Some people say using 2 pieces of tape, you can peel it off like that. I just took my little pokey tool from the Dollar Tree and just found the opening and stuck it through and did it like that. Whichever way makes you the happiest, that's what I recommend you do. Alright, so did I do this way? No. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, and this is a big piece. This is too large. So what we're going to do, I'm going to cut some of this down. I'm just going to eyeball it. Because I'm not too concerned about the sides. I just need it to go over the side, but it doesn't have to like fit properly around the sides. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, I would not normally do the cutting. After I have peeled off the backing, I would definitely recommend cutting it first and then peeling it off. So now I'm just cutting slits in the sides, so when it folds over, it should fold over a little bit easier for us. We don't have to worry about too much of that. And let's see, yep, that's a good fit. So we're going to just do just like that. And I'm not even concerned about those little bubbles. So now we have our Mod Podge, and we're just going to brush it down. I normally have cling wrap, but I forgot it. And I'm not sure how you are sometimes when you're not feeling your best, but it's like for me, if I go downstairs, I'm not going to do it. I'm not coming back up. And I went downstairs like 4 times already. Because I went downstairs. I was going to do a different project, but I couldn't locate. Mentally, I couldn't locate the projects, right? And so I was like, I know I have things sorted out and placed. They're just not placed really, really good and labeled really, really good to be able for me to find them as quickly as I want to. And I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get this done because I want to do a few things in the house before the little guy wakes up. You know, being that it's Tuesday and all, he's going to have a full day of class. Yesterday he had a reading test and he just had math, and then we had to go do a placement test. So today is a full day of school for him. I mean, yesterday was a full day of school for him as well, but we're not leaving the house today. And I want to get some other things done in the house, like go through some of the things that we don't use. Well, I don't use. I want to get the kitchen all sorted out, and I have a few things I want to get done. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend rubbing this hard on your project. Do it a little bit more gentle. If you had a saran wrap, that is when the saran wrap will come into place. Saran wrap or cling, whatever you call it. If you get it from the Dollar Tree, it works just as well because you're not really wrapping food up. You're smoothing out air bubbles. I always tell you all that when I do these projects, I don't mind the air bubbles at all. And I think they sell Mod Podge at the Dollar Tree. I think they do. So, you know, this could be a whole, what is this? $1, $2, $3, $4 project. So you can make a $4 project look really cool and incorporate it into whatever craft thing you're doing at that moment. I do like that the Dollar Tree has more reasonable options than, let's say, a big box store would have for us lately. The thing that I have trouble with the Dollar Tree is you can't find the stuff sometime because other people, crafty people or people that know about crafts, they will come and buy it to sell it back to the community, and that's fine and dandy. I know some people bought those butterflies that they had and were selling them for $4 or $5. And I was like, okay, well, not everyone shops at the Dollar Tree. So people that don't shop at Dollar Tree don't know that, you know, the inflation is $4 or whatever. So that, you know, that's that person. Not everybody can get to the Dollar Tree. I understand that. So people buy online. But you can buy from the Dollar Tree online. You just have to buy in large quantities. Some of the things are large quantities. And that's, I purchased something before in a large quantity. Never again will I purchase that particular thing in a large quantity. I was trying to give, I couldn't even give the stuff that I bought away, so to speak. So that's the first one that we did. And I actually like this one. It looks really cool. We're going to go ahead and work on the other one, and then we're going to just call it a day. So the, you know, my son and his placement test, I really like this piece like that, but I can't do that. I can't do that. You can't do that. You need to cut it. I need to cut it down some. So I'm just trim this right here. And you don't get a chance to go with them doing their placement test. And so he went with his teacher, and she gave him 3 little stickers. I'm sure he asked for them. He's into stickers now. I think if you've been here a while, you know he used to like balloons and balls and bubbles. Now he's into stickers. So whenever we go places, he's like, can I have a sticker? Like the people at Walmart, sticker, HEB sticker, Target sticker. We went somewhere. He's like, can I have a sticker? I said, they don't have stickers at this store, son. The doctor's office. I went to the doctor's office and he got the stickers. Really? I was like, where's my sticker? No, I didn't say that. So we're just going to Mod Podge this on. I do plan on finishing that book, just not today or tomorrow. Hopefully, the 29th maybe. I should be able to finish it. I just need to be able to concentrate. This right here, I feel like is not taxing to the brain for me. So I'm not too concerned about it. Now, when you're applying your Mod Podge, if you have never did this before and you're thinking about doing it, don't go crazy and cover up the entire project at one time. It will not end well. The glue tends to dry really fast because I'm putting a light coat on. I'm not putting a heavy duty coat on. So the glue will dry faster than you want it to dry. And your napkin is already flimsy, so it could cause problems for you. All right. But if that's how you want to do it, then, you know, you got to learn by your own trial and error. If it works for you, let me know in the comment section. Do you Mod Podge? Do you decoupage? Would you be interested in a napkin swap? If so, leave a comment. Let me know. I have some napkins that I want to swap with people. I probably can do maybe 10 napkin swaps. So if you're interested, just let me know in the comment section and or send me an email and tell me how many different napkins you would like to swap. So if you have 5 patterns, would you like to swap 5 napkins? And it'd be 2 of each. The minimum would be 2 of each napkin. And then I'll come back maybe May 2nd and share with you the napkins I have to swap. And if you want to do that, just let me know. It will probably be, this will probably be safer to do as a swap versus me trying to organize something, right? But if you want to do an organized swap, you can go to My World in OKC and look around. We're going to be doing a swap coming up soon in May. I'm trying to keep them fairly inexpensive and easy to do versus harder things, but I think I'm going to have to step up the swap game and make it cost them a little bit, you know, a little bit of money. Not like, oh, $20, $30 money, like $3 or $4. But if you don't want to do a swap, you ain't got to do the swap. I mean, no one's pressuring you to do the swap. So I put too much glue right here. I'm just going to take our waste and I'm going to rub it off right there because it's going to get on my fingers. And I like this project a lot, but I do not like that it gets on my hands. And then I kind of went on the crazy side and did that side already too. Because the little sides don't really matter. Like I said before, they don't hold much value to the project. I should have cut this off a little bit more though. All right, so what we're going to do now is take our brush and brush down just like that. And the swap is open to international as well if you want to do an international swap. I personally prefer, I like international swaps better than local swaps because you never see some of the things that your international crafty counterparts share with you. That makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. I find those enjoyable. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush this back just a little. Now, I do not recommend this with your good scissors, but I only have my good scissors right here. So I'm just going to cut where it's not wet at. If you have some of those like super industrial scissors that you can do whatever you want with them and they still like, yeah, I'm the best pair of scissors in the world, you could probably cut right on the line. But I don't want to do that with my scissors. And I trust that they would, you know, I can take these scissors to a fight and I would win. That's how I feel. That's how confident I feel about the scissors. But I'm just going to let them be great in their own right. So you see right here we had this overage. If you don't want the overage, you can just take it down, bend it over, and now we're going to apply a little bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure. And if you apply enough pressure, it will tear this off. And you could be fine. Or you can wait till it dries. See how I just tore that? You can wait till it dries and just peel it up. But today we're just going to apply pressure. And whatever tears, tears. If it doesn't tear, then it was meant to be in this project. Right? All right. So there we go. We have time for, we may have time for all of them. That would be great. So we do have time for one more at least. I'm going to go ahead and cut them down. I'm excited. Like, yay! I'm going to cut them down and come back and we're just going to continue on. All right, let's get it. into it. So if you're interested in doing the napkin swap, right? It's going to be open from April 27th to April 30th, and then I will do the napkins that I have to share, to show you what I have on May 5th. And then, you know, I'll put my information in the description box below and you can contact me like that. And if not, no, you know, no worries. I don't need any more napkins, but I figure it'd be nice to just do something with the community versus not doing anything with the community. I do have some things planned, and you know, I want to talk about these plans that I have, right? Whenever I sit here and I plan out a few things, and I may tell a few people about the plans, I always get sick or hurt. I remember I was supposed to do, this is a long time ago, so some of you probably don't remember this, but I was going to do the 12 days of Christmas in 2017. Guess what happened? I got a cold, got sick, lost my voice. Couldn't talk. Oh, I know I put some here, but I feel like it dried out really quickly, so we're going to just add some more. Add some more right here. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my body. The weather here is crazy. One day it's hot, the next is cold. I feel like, you know, old age is definitely kicking in, so to speak. And you know, when people say, "Oh yeah, it's gonna rain," my bones are aching, or my knee is acting up. I can relate to that so much more now. Like my back started hurting right as the cold weather came in. I was like, the weather must be changing. So yeah. Sometimes Google is your friend and it helps you with things, and sometimes WebMD will have you feeling like you have this unknown disease and you're the only person in the world that has it, and you're about to, at any minute, you can just burst into flames, right? So I don't really go to WebMD that often unless I know the diagnosis already, and I'll just look at what they have as treatments, because man, I put this one a little bit too short on the side. This side is longer than that side, but that's okay. I didn't pay attention until it was too late, and I cut it kind of crooked. So if you're worried about your sides and stuff like that, you could always take some strips of washi tape and wrap it around, or ribbon, and wrap it around. So like if we were really concerned about our sides, we can find a ribbon that's wide enough to fit that and go around. And I'll think about that today as I'm looking at the project and decide, like this, you could obviously tell that I went too far on one side and not far enough on the other. So that is something to think about. You don't want to give this to someone that's all crooked. And I think I would probably do yellow ribbon or orange ribbon on this project if I were to put ribbon on there. Again, if you really want to be super harsh with the project, you can just rub it off and just tear that piece off. But if not, then just go with the flow and don't beat yourself up for having the lopsided covering. I don't think most people examine boxes as harshly as we do when we're creating them, but some people do. Some people are like, oh look, it's a bump right here. I'm glad I don't have those people in my life though, because everybody know that I cut crooked. It's so interesting to see that everybody says that they cut crooked. I'm like, is that a fad now? Like, crooked cutting is just the end thing. No straight lines. Some people never admit to their crooked cutting, and that's cool. They have other things. They're like, oh, I can't draw a straight line, or I stamp crooked, or I do this. Like, nothing is straight. It's all curves. Nothing wrong with those curves. All right, so we're almost done. Look at that. This one probably will stick to the desk because I put a lot of glue on it. So I'm just going to take our little makeshift glue lifter. And I'm just going to pat it down some right on these corners. And I'm just going to rub it off right there because I don't want to have to fight with this in the morning or later on today. Lately, I haven't been coming back up to the craft room when I craft, so that's always that. I think we're going to try and finish this today together, and then you can see the result on the project share whenever I finish the other stuff that I'm making. But I thought this would be fun to do. I have one requested project from CREDA, and I plan on getting that done. Could be April 30th. Because I still don't, I understand the project, but I don't get the concept. And I need to get the concept to actually complete the project. I hope that makes sense. Like, yeah, I think it does. All right, that was on crooked. We don't want it to be too crooked now. We want it to be semi-straight. I would love to do a like a whole decoupage series, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would not get too upset. Like I would have to like be like, okay, I'm only going to do 6 videos or something like that. And I would have to like pick the items out way ahead of time and share the items with you all ahead of time. There we go. Before I actually did the series, because I mean, really, once you decoupage one thing, a box, how many times do you want to see me do a box? Not a lot, right? Not a lot. But we could take pieces from decoupaging, like pieces of the napkin, and make them projects. Like the butterflies, we could cut the butterflies out or whatever, or the flowers, and we can decoupage them onto something else. But as far as like just completely decoupaging a whole bunch of stuff, it would have to be really, really planned out. And I can't see myself doing, it would be 12 videos, 12 videos max. Because at the end of that, I would be like, I don't want to see another paintbrush, another bottle of Mod Podge, not a napkin. But decoupaging doesn't just have to be with the napkins. So they do actually have decoupage papers out there. I'm just going to go ahead and try to take a walk on the wild side. Because you know me, crafty daredevil, sometimes. It's warm in my house. Something's up with the air conditioner. So the glue is drying a lot faster than normal. So that's why I just decided to take a walk on the crafty wild side. All right. So right here, I'm just going to rub that. All right. There we go. And now we're just going to rub this all the way in. It's slowly starting to cool off. I don't know what's going on with this air conditioner lately. But I'm burning up. All right. So just going to do this. Brush this down and under. Take our little paper towel, dab it here, and kind of force it here. So this is a great way, in my opinion, to upcycle or kick up the Dollar Tree boxes a little bit. You know, you could take some napkins, some stickers. You can do a lot with these projects. These items from the Dollar Tree. It doesn't have to be like super fancy all the time. Unless you're super fancy. And if you're super fancy, I love it. Keep being super fancy. Because super fancy ideas, I think when people make super fancy things, it sparks my mind for something I could do similar but not as fancy as they have done. It's been a few projects that I'm like, oh, I could do that, just not in that style. Because we all have our own style. You know, if you give somebody, and that's the beauty of like when you have, like if you've been watching the Smash a Small Paper Pad collaboration, some of us had the same exact paper pads. A lot of us probably had the same exact paper pads, but we never create the same thing. And even if we was to say, okay, we're only going to make a card like with the Awesome Malone collaboration, using clothes, everybody didn't use the same clothes, you know. Even with the House Mouse and the Lovely Ladies collaboration, Deb and I used the same stamp, but we did something totally different with it. So we're all different people when it comes to creating and crafting, and we do draw inspiration from each other, which is always a lovely thing to think about when we're creating. You can get inspiration from other people. It doesn't have to be a competition about crafting. Of course, if you sign up for a crafty competition, then you need to craft your heart out. But these are projects. We decoupage 6 lids. Super excited about that. I don't want any of them to touch. This big one is still drying, and I feel like it may actually get on to something, but we'll see. And it should be easy to pick up. But this is our project for April 27th for CREDA. I want to say thank you all for watching, and I will put the information about the swap in the description box. Until next time, happy crafting.